Now, according to a recent survey, nearly a quarter of Brits have swapped traditional dairy milk for plant-based alternatives, me being one of them, up from 19% last year.
But are these modern-day milks actually better for us, or are they just an overpriced fad, which is kind of what I think? Medicinal Chef Dale Pinnock, he's here with all the pros and cons. Tell us everything. You've got to convince me.
I know they're definitely on the rise. So many people now are moving over towards plant-based diets and plant-centric diets.
But then everybody's saying they're lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
I know. There might be a little bit of bandwagon in there. Yeah, I agree with you on that one.
I think for me, I think I come off dairy as in milk.
Yeah.
Like I enjoy dairy. I'm not plant-based by any means. But I just didn't ever like the taste of milk in cereal or in
you have cheese and butter.
I have cheese. Oh, I have butter. Too much butter. But for me, it was a taste thing. That's how I first got introduced to it. But now it seems that people do it for health benefits.
I think there's three main drivers. Some people, it's environmental things. It certainly seems to be greener going towards a plant-based diet.
That is the only reason I think I would.
For some, it's the actual animal welfare issue, and for others, it's health that's driving it.
Right.
So from the health point of view, you know, there's pros and cons. The cons first, I mean, none that are particularly serious. With the plant-based milks, they don't tend to have the vitamin D and the vitamin A that you would find in regular dairy.
Right.
And that's really important.
Yeah, with vitamin D, the primary source for humans is exposure to the sun. So in this country, we're in trouble.
Holidays,
yeah, exactly.
Simon?
So the few food sources that we have, cutting them out may present a problem, but you can take a supplement. It's quite an easy thing to get.
Yeah, but I don't want to take a supplement. Like, it's annoying.
Yeah.
Really, I rattle. I take loads.
Right, show us.
Show us.
So the first one we've got, tiger nut milk. I used to use these things for carp fishing.
What's a tiger nut?
These are little things. They're like little tubers. They're not actually nuts. These used to be like a cheap, cheerful fishing bait, and now they're some kind of superfood. There's been a lot of claims made about them. They can like balance blood sugar and things like that. It's just because they're high in fibre.
That's got sugar in it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Has that got sugar in it?
Now, this is one of the other cons as well. They do tend... Some of them, not all of them...
Sweet, I'd hate that.
Some of them have a lot of added sugar.
So nice.
It's not too bad. Now we're going on to soy milk. Now,
Love it.
I was actually vegan for 20 years. I'm not anymore.
Okay.
But all that time, especially in the early 90s and stuff, this was the only thing that we had, was the soy milk. This is probably a good one for people that are transitioning into the plant-based milks, because it's got an air of familiarity around it.
No, I like that.
It's not a million miles away
creamy.
from... We've got a smoothie made with it there if you want to give that a try.
What was that one? Soy? Yeah,
that's the soy milk, yeah. Again, some of those can have a lot of sugar in there.
Yeah.
Almond milk. Now, this one I really like. You can get the toasted almond milk or the untoasted. The toasted one's got that lovely toasty flavour to it, but on its own, it's got almost like the almond essence, marzipan kind of vibe in the background. You're not impressed with that at all, are you?
We must have really opposite taste buds, because you like that.
the soy.
Quick,
I hate that.
So, going on to oat milk.
Which is
like
my favourite.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot going on nutritionally. There is biotin in there, which is a B vitamin. I mean, we've done a hot chocolate with it there. But it's very thin and watery.
Michelle's like, look at me like,
I'm like, seal of approval. No, you don't like
There's not a huge amount going on in terms of texture.
But
and
remember, I don't like the taste of milk. So to me, soy tastes too much
like milk.
Like regular milk,
that makes sense.
I guess that's why a lot of people like it, because there is the familiarity. Right, rice milk. Again, another one very, very watery. It's not got a strong flavour. It's quite similar to a skimmed milk.
Oh, see, I like that again.
These are all your type of milks because they're very weak. They're very weak.
They're not milky.
They haven't got that milky flavour.
They're not thick
So moving on to my favourite of the bunch is cashew nut milk. This is really, really creamy. So we've done a porridge with it. Out of all of them, this has got the best texture. It's got a lovely, lovely creamy texture to it. Lots of calcium in there as well.
That is, if you like milk, this is
great, isn't it? So many people worry about the calcium issue when they give up dairy, which isn't a problem, really. But this is a great source of calcium.
That is like...
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, really good. Then this one over here is hemp milk. Now, this has got a pretty strange, distinctive flavour to it. Not everyone's cup of tea. It's got like a nuttiness to it. But we've got some granola there if you want to add it to it. The nuttiness of the granola. No, it is. You know, it's an acquired taste.
It's like a funny, like a water.
Yeah, but it's got that weird nuttiness.
It's interesting that you say that, because I think the ones that you like are quite watery. You don't like that thick.
I don't like. Yeah, but that just tastes. You know what that tastes like? When you've had a bad belly and you have to have the donut thing.
Yes, it does.
It's like that.
It tastes chalky.
It does a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, this one I've never heard of. I've never heard of pea milk before, so I'm actually going to try this one as well, because I've never tried it in my life.
Yeah.
Do you know why I like peas? I learnt recently that peas are very, very high in fibre.
They are, yeah. I mean, any of the pulses are very, very high in fibre.
So,
now, this one, apparently,
I really like this.
has got twice the amount of calcium of regular. You're not taken by that at all, are you?
No,
That's
we
so weird.
have
kind of
very
strange.
opposite taste buds, don't we?
Opposite taste buds. I find my favourites are the pea and the cashew.
Yeah.
No, I can't
And
do that.
actually, I have been converted. So what are the best ones?
yeah,
some
what
of
are
these
the
are great. I
best
mean,
ones
there's a lot of
for us?
similarity. I mean, with the cashew, there's loads of calcium in there. With the almond milk, you've got a lot of vitamin E. You've also got zinc in there as well. With the tiger nut milk, there's potassium. The thing is, they're all much of a muchness. They're all kind of devoid of the fat-soluble nutrients. They haven't got the protein content that regular dairy has. But obviously, with regular dairy, there's a lot of ongoing research.
And none of them have the vitamin D?
None
Like
of them have the
naturally
vitamin D because
occurring?
it's a fat-soluble nutrient.
Do they add it to any of them?
There is fortification happening with some of them, but it tends to be iron, it tends to be some of the B vitamins, and it tends to be calcium, because everyone panics about not getting enough calcium.
Ultimately, if you're not lactose intolerant, should you just be sticking to milk?
You know what? I just think there's pros and cons for both.
Where is it?
Darling, I
Where is
didn't
it?
see that. They just said to
I
me,
clocked that, but I was like, do I say anything?
There you go, sorry, I didn't see
I
that.
think there's swings and roundabouts. I mean, obviously, it's a culinary exploration. There's different textures and different flavours.
Because we're being fed now, we should be plant-based.
Are
This is
they better?
Yes, there is a lot of evidence to show that a more plant-centric diet is so good for your health in a multiple of ways. For digestive health, for cardiovascular health, for maintaining a healthy weight. We know that it's better for you. Do you have to go 100% vegan? That's completely a personal choice, but definitely making your diet more plant-centric will give you a multitude of health benefits right across the board.
Thank you.
Thank
It's a
you.
pleasure.
Very informative.
Thanks.